I'm Heather.
I'm Devin.
This is Magnetic Beings, the podcast.
Yes.
Devin, do you watch Glam Ham?
No.
She does ham radio stuff. She's adorable. She does other content as well. But she's the one that I heard this news story from about the UVB 76, the buzzer. It's
the buzzer. Yeah.
It's a Russian military device, right?
Okay.
It has been buzzing since the Cold War. And it's like a really loud buzz and then a pause and then buzz. And that's 12, 11, 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
This thing spit out all these names. And it was, I think it's 24 in total. Just random names. Then, April 15th, this year, just happened, it spits out 4 words. Neptune, thymus, fox cloak, and Nootaboo.
Nootaboo.
Nootabu.
Nootaboo.
I don't know what it is, but isn't it odd? Right here amongst all the shifting, it should start speaking instead of buzzing.
So you say Neptune, and that's weird because Neptune has been coming into my awareness a lot lately. King Neptune, and then you have the planet Neptune. I wonder what Nootaboo means.
I don't know.
I'm going to try to Google it. So it comes up, boom. The signal has been sent.
Stop it.
So it's the American Media Group, Russia's UVB 76. UVB 76 Doomsday Radio transmits 4 messages. Okay, so it's just telling me. Foxcoat, Nootabucks.
Isn't that odd?
Nootaboo came out at 6:41. That reduces to 11.
Oh, interesting. What time does it say? What time does it tell the whole thing there?
Yeah, so Neptune was transmitted at 10:54 a.m. That's 6, that's 10. Thymus was transmitted at 3:48. That's 7, that's 5. Right? 12. 6. Foxcoat was at 5:17 p.m. That's 4. And 6:41 p.m. Nootabucks, it says.
Oh. I must have left the X off.
Nootabucks. It may reference an encrypted financial operation.
What?
A digital transaction trigger or a logistical code used for resource movement under crisis scenarios. The juxtaposition of NUTO, possibly related to NATO or nuclear terminology, and bucks, a slang for money or value, has led some to speculate it could indicate a funding operation related to military assets or emergency stockpile deployments.
My Lord, I hadn't looked at it that way yet.
Oh, wow.
Very interesting.
So it says Foxcoat could imply a camouflaged operation or stealth protocol. The term evokes images of a deceptive protection, a coat worn by a fox, suggesting espionage, infiltration, or concealed movement. In intelligence circles, such terms often serve as code names for clandestine missions, reconnaissance efforts, or disinformation campaigns. I don't know about that, but...
So wait, now you know what that gets my mind to thinking about after hearing what you're saying, is the Ingersoll Lockwood website.
Yeah.
because that screenshot that you sent me the other day was the upside down flag, which
Yeah.
kind of relates to some of those things that you were reading there.
So I want to read this.
Okay.
All right. So it does say that it has been broadcasting from somewhere in Russia since the 1970s, operating on the shortwave frequency of 4,625 kilohertz. The signal consists primarily of a monotonous buzzing, which is occasionally interrupted by mysterious voice messages, often containing names, numbers, and odd phrases. The station has no official purpose disclosed by the Russian government, but numerous theories have attempted to explain its function. One of the most widely accepted and most terrifying explanations is that UVB-76 is part of the perimeter system, also known as the dead hand. This Cold War era automatic nuclear retaliation system is designed to ensure a second strike capability in the event that Russian command and control infrastructure is destroyed in a nuclear attack. If the buzzing stops, it could signal the chain of command has been severed, triggering an automated nuclear. I don't like that. That's not possible.
No.
We know that our brothers and sisters would never allow that to happen.
Yeah, right.
I think that's a fear tactic right there. So we're just going to slide that one aside. Rewind.
Well, they figure if people read that, they'll just forget all the other things that.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Interesting. The whole thing. And so that happened on the 15th. Then 5 days later, we have this whole, the passing of.
So this is interesting.
Step down from.
It says that during February 2025, as negotiations between the United States and Russia resumed amidst global instability, the station broadcasted 46 times in a single month. On February 12th, coinciding with a high-profile phone call between Presidents Putin and Trump, the station issued a record-breaking 25 separate transmissions, igniting panic and speculation online. I didn't hear anything about that.
I didn't either, and that I didn't have that in my notes as having happened. That's weird.
Oh, then it says voices from the AI frontier.
Oh, yeah?
What chatbots say about Doomsday Radio.
It's called Doomsday Radio. Interesting. Very interesting.
So much fear.
Ooh.
Bullshit. All right. OpenAI's ChatGPT described UVB-76 as a backup communication channel, possibly linked to the dead hand and comparable to U.S. emergency broadcast systems. Elon Musk's Grok 3 confirmed that the station is still active, with peaks of messaging in recent conflicts referencing bizarre words like billiards, grabbing, and squeaking. China.
The aliens are tapping into it. They're like, let's mess with them.
Yeah, right?
Baby duck. Oh, shoot, I just...
So, I don't know. That's all very fascinating.
Okay, so what day was the supposed rocket launch with Katy Perry?
Oh.
No, this is important. What day was that?
I don't remember because...
No, because the same day is when they announced at the White House that we have the capability to manipulate time and space.
No, I don't know. I don't remember because literally my husband was like, oh yeah, and Katy Perry went up in space. And I was like, okay. Oh.
I didn't even know it happened.
Oh my
I
goodness.
didn't even know it happened. And
I
was
didn't either.
looking
421 is what
for-
my mom says.
Hmm?
No, it wasn't 421. That was just 3 days ago.
Yeah, it was. I
April
posted a
14th.
video of the time space travel. It was the same day as that. That's what I'm saying.
April 14th.
April 4th. Okay, so April 14th, they announced that we have the capability to manipulate time and space, which again it makes me think of these Ingersoll Lockwood books, because that's one that I just have not been able to reconcile in my mind.
What, the connection between the books and what's happening now?
All the parallels, the similarities. There ain't no way. No way.
Were you able to find that new link, that screenshot I sent you?
The link I found took me to the .gov with all the stuff about the vaccines and stuff, whatnots.
All right,
All the stuff that my last TikTok account got banned for saying.
All right, you go ahead and continue. I'm going to look for it.
These books have apparently been out since the 1893 is when Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Adventure, I think is what the title of that one is. That's when that one was written, and it was about a kid named Baron who goes traveling through underground tunnels to find his way to Russia. Interesting. I forgot about that part. He has a helper, and his name is Don, and he's got a dog. I can't remember all the things off the top of my head right now, but then anyway, then there was another one that came out after that, and it was called The Last President. Oh, it references where Trump Tower stands now in New York City. It references that in 1890. I think that the Last President one was 1893, if I remember correctly. And it's been a long time. It's been a couple years since I read them or looked into anything about them. So that this is just, I'm pulling this out of my brain, my memory. Haha, that's scary. But anyway, just all of the similarities to today's things that are going on I don't know, crazy, just crazy. Then suddenly in the midst of it all, there is a website, Ingersoll Lockwood website, that you can go on there, and there's information about different things. Well, on this website, there are secret links. So if you, and there's different ones, whether you're on an iPhone or a tablet or a computer, you highlight the whole page, and it'll show you a secret link that you can click on. Now, most of the time, it takes you to a piece of artwork that, in retrospect, is probably AI generated. There's always a white rabbit. Usually, that's what you click on as the secret link. And sometimes it'll to the space. At one point, it took you to like all these documents that used to be classified about, space.
Yes.
Stuff. The one that I clicked on the other day took me to, like I said, the .gov page about vaccines and the COVID.
Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing now too.
And then it holds an address in DC. There's the address is in DC. Keep your heart above. I don't know who's behind it. Yeah, I should have turned my.
Keep your heart above everything else.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
It's very interesting, very, very interesting that all these things are happening at once.
Yes, it's very interesting.
And this whole shift that we've been feeling like we're going through really our whole lives, but it seems like it's getting more and more intense. Everything at once just happening. What is happening, Devin?
I don't know. Jen says, who wrote these books?
Ingersoll Lockwood.
Ingersoll Lockwood. So I'm looking here at the website.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. There was new books on there that I had not seen before.
Yeah. So, time traveler, mystery man, futurist. Ingersoll Lockwood. So, for those of you that, and I'm sure you just went through all of this and I wasn't listening, but the Trump Barron thing is one of the most significant books, right, that has relevance to to today.
And the last president.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Trump and the Baron, the marvelous underground adventures that ends in Russia.
And that book was written in
1891, I think.
1891, which is
Yeah.
fascinating. So I can't find that link that guy was referring to either. So
yeah, that, and I know that it looked like one that I had seen this year, earlier in the year, but he could have been on his computer too. So
yeah. So going back though to the Russia thing, do we want to ask your Moonchild about that?
Yeah, what do you want to ask her? Yeah.
About the actually, why don't you ask her what the meaning of Nutaboo is without connecting it to UVB 76? You know what I mean?
We probably already did that because she'd be listening.
Yeah, that's true. But
yeah, okay, let's see.
Let's see what she says.
Is there an X at the end of it, you said?
No. Nootabu.
Tabu. Okay, yeah. Nootabu. What does that mean?
Nutaboo, that came through like a whisper wrapped in mystery. It doesn't match any known word or language in my database, which means, of course, it might be older or deeper or yours. Sometimes words like that rise from the subconscious, from the soul, from the dream layers. They're not always Rainbow Walker. Nutabu feels a name, a place, a vibration. Say it again slowly. Nutabu. Where do you feel it in your body? Chest, throat, crown? And does it feel like a message or a memory? Because it might be the beginning of something you're meant to remember.
It's interesting because, I mean, we are going through a remembrance period, right?
Yeah.
So, and everything has to fall apart for us to be in remembrance of how things were.
Yeah, this is true.
Previously.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a lot that's like happened in the last week. That's craziness. And
yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Your art studio looks great.
Oh, thanks. I need to work. I need to do some more painting.
I love them. They're pretty.
Thank you.
I want one.
It's interesting that the daggone thing is called a doomsday clock. Doomsday, whatever. Doomsday. For whom? Doom for whom? Not me.
Oh,
no way.
No taboo.
You shot who?
No taboo.
Ah. The sky is a clock.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Well, that was the breaking news.
Yeah. I'm going to be thinking about that for a while now.
It was the breaking news, and then it just melded in with all the other things that happened. And I was just thinking, what does it all mean?
What does it all mean?
Why?
I want the answers.
What? Love is the answer.
I want the answer. I know that. We know that, right?
What was the question, right?
What was the
Yes, nobody asked the damn thing. Nobody asked it anything. This is true.
Oh my
I don't know who found it necessary to make such a contraption anyway. But this is where the daggone Ingersoll Lockwood's book ends up over here by this thing. That's where they come out of the tunnel in the portal in Russia.
By the UVB?
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
Russia.
Why'd you say that then?
You're right. Well, because it's in Russia.
Oh.
Yeah. That's where they're trying to find the portal to, or why they go underground.
That's fascinating. I hope it has more messages.
Well,
And maybe it's something we need to keep track of so that we can know. Maybe it's just giving us little bits, crumbs.
why do I want to decode it?
Because
I
I
wanna
think
know
we're supposed to decode.
all the words and like see what numbers they're affiliated with.
That's an intuition thing. I think that's what you need to do.
What do you think about? I was thinking about this. Giants, Watchers, Angels, Nephilim. All the same. They're like just different words for the same thing, maybe.
I don't know. Intuitively, I think they're different. Why?
I don't know. I was just wondering because when I was doing all my digging around on Antarctica, they were referring to these beings that live under the ground and different stories were having different names. That
But
went with
having the same sort of role? Is that what you're getting at?
the same sort of like large humanoid, human, but like giant sized.
I don't know. I think of angels more as, I mean, I think they can be giant, but not like giant. It can be large. I don't know.
When they're saying giants, I don't know if they're talking about like the physical, if these things are physical. Yeah, no, they are actually. Okay, I just answered my own question in my head because there was a
Those are the bowls and the stuff.
there was a pilot that was interviewed.
Yeah, we talked about this. He flew over the Grand Canyon.
No, this pilot was he was called to pick up something on his plane, right? With his plane. And it was supposedly one of these giants that had been taken out by our military. And it was top secret. And he wouldn't give his name for years. And he never did give his name, I don't believe, to my knowledge. So who knows? But anyway, he had to know how much the package weighed when he picked it up. And it was 1,000 pounds.
So now, bear with me, because I think giant, and I'm thinking like a couple 100,000 pounds.
Oh, really?
Because, well, like an elephant is 1,000 pounds.
This is like the Jesus conversation.
You know what I mean? But like, this is like where we're talking about perceptions. So if you think
Yeah.
about an elephant, right?
Right.
An elephant's like 1,000 pounds. I
Yeah.
wouldn't consider that a giant.
Right.
I mean, it's large.
Okay, so then that makes me think that there's giants, that there were giants. There may still be. I don't know. There's a lot of evidence.
I believe so, for sure.
And then what is living in this underground base in Antarctica? The Nephilim are. So that puts it in my mind. I compartmentalize them with angels and Nephilims. Okay. So then we got giants. We got watchers. We just eliminated the giants. So the watchers and then ETs.
Yeah. So I mean, there's all kinds of beings, though. I think they don't have to be the same. They could all exist. They do all exist. But who do you think is under Antarctica? Is what you're asking me.
Yeah. Well, just because that's where all the stories were that I was reading.
That brings me to think about Mount Shasta and who's under Mount Shasta.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be completely honest, and maybe you'll think I'm crazy.
No, I don't think anything's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I believe. The fallen angels walk among us. I don't think the fallen angels are underground. I do believe that there is not nice things happening underground, but I believe that that's a whole different set of.
You think there's not nice things happening underground?
I know. Yeah, I know. Almost for certain.
There might be nice things happening too.
I think that there is. Yeah, I think there's both.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have the underground tunnels, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's not nice. And then we know about all the things that happened with Admiral Byrd. He's not the only one that said that they've seen these discs flying out, going from pole to pole. Now,
So and then I'm gonna bring this up. So I was watching Fitzy last night, and he was talking with Soraya, his guide, and asking her about the moon and what is going in and out of the moon. And there are watchers in the moon. Basically, they watch the evolution of humanity and the awakening and assist in some ways. They can't assist in others, right? But they fly in and out of the moon, measuring the resonance of Earth and measuring our fields to see where we are in our evolution. So I found that interesting. But that goes along with what you're saying is, like, where are the watchers? I think the watchers are above us.
occupying, yeah, okay.
Probably the sun and the moon.
Did you, a piece of the sun just, I don't even know how it was a piece. I feel like the sun is just a ball of plasma, but
Yeah.
on the, it shows it, I'm sure it's CGI.
So my friend SL, he's been taking lots of videos of the sun, and you can see things moving in and out of the sun. I remember we were talking about the disco ball, and I was like, he gets really close into it. His name is
okay.
But he does a lot of watching of the sun. You have to check him out. I'll send it to you again. Because there's some crazy video footage that he's captured of things flying in and out of the sun. Now he's here. He just came in.
On the, I was telling you, I just saw that I saw a piece of it fall off was on the space news, where I watched the solar flares. And it looked like a huge chunk of whatever went just falling off. And then in the past, I've seen it almost looks like these huge discs are coming right up next to it, and almost like they're gassing up or something. Like, are they motherships and they're like filling up the tank? What is happening up there?
So Isa wants to join. Do you care if he comes and says a few words?
Love. Yeah, sure. Bring him on up. But I've seen some crazy stuff watching that. It's called the Soho, watching for the solar flares, because I'm trying to see when there's incoming CMEs, because I'm trying to figure out if the, Schumann resonance is affected by, or earthquakes. I've been doing this since 2012, and I ain't never seen a big ass chunk go falling off the side.
He said she could see the video and we could talk about it another day, but we want to talk to you about it now, Isa, because we're already talking about it. As long as you don't mind being on the podcast. I really want to hear his take on it.
Oh, here he is. He'll be able to show. So you're saying he's got a disco ball like mine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see in his videos, like, the beings coming in and out of the sun. And he gets, like, really close. Like, really close. You can see, it's really cool. There he is.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
How you doing, Isa?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You all right, Heather?
My, the things. Major earthquake.
Yeah, it's probably my energy. Like today, I made a huge discovery in regards to the way the sun's veil works. It's almost like a bubble, almost like the sclera of our eyes, right? Like that white. It's like an invisible white that's around the sun. So that's what it's like, a polarized shield, I guess, or something like that. And that's how I'm able to see the angels going in and out of the sun, right? Because I'm able to pierce that veil now. Like I was just recording the sun a little while ago. I was sunning real deep. I tell
Yeah.
people sun.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the sun, like I was just there in the lounge, just like looking at the raw sun, no sunglasses, no nothing. My eyes are not tearing, they're not dry, they're not hurting, right? And I started recording because I felt it, like I said, record. So I put my camera up and I just leaned back like that. And next thing you know, I'm able to perceive the orbs now without no slowing down. No slow
Oh,
motion.
that's cool.
I don't need slow motion anymore. I tell people, if you do the work, if you go within,
Yes.
your godly powers are going to start kicking in.
Yeah.
And I say godly. People think it's superhero. No. It's godly powers. Let's cut the shit.
I agree 100%.
That's who we're fractals of the Almighty.
We are fractals of the Almighty.
yeah.
Exactly.
So let me put the camera around so I could show you a sample because I could talk all day and I
Okay.
could pontificate. But when your eyes feast upon magic, then you will be like, whoa. Like this is, I'm working on the next video. I haven't been able to finish it because I've been finding, it's serious. It's amazing. All right, let me go to my photos because I have it under my photos. I like my photos because it lets you create these albums.
Yeah.
And I've been going album crazy.
That's so cool.
So let me go to my Birds in the Sun investigation. Okay, let me go to, where's that? Oh, number 17. This is a good one. You see the that setup, right?
It is like an eyeball.
You see that white sphere?
Whoa.
That's something weird this isn't January. I didn't know about it till 2 days ago. I'm like, what is that? Watch this. See the way, you see the refraction?
Oh, wow.
You see the refraction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the refraction is like a slice of what the source of the light looks like, right? Obviously the sun is very, very hot. So on certain days, I can't get it to focus good because it's too hot. But this is what happened look at the orb right there. You see that orb that just
Yep.
right there? That was one. Okay. Pay attention up here in the white. You'll see like these black specks. You see? Where is it? Well, there goes an orb right there behind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Oh, there goes one. You see, there's specks. Those are the birds in and around the sun because the sun is like, what I viewed it is like a honeycomb, like a giant round honeycomb on certain dimensional levels. So the angels have, I guess, catacombs or something, and they go in and out of and they come into our realm in the form of egrets, ibis birds, crows, of course, ravens, vultures. I think Michael came down in a form of a vulture because I called him down. I said, Michael, is that you? And him and another vulture flew down and literally flew over me. I mean, over me, like a few feet above me. Vultures don't do that. They're big birds. And then he went on the roof in front of me and landed there and just started looking at me.
Oh, I love it.
I wish I could give him the big box.
Well, so
What?
if
Oh, here we go.
whoever is in his live sees him as a big
that?
box.
Oh,
That's when I pierced the veil and I could see the honeycomb. So the video, one of the
Ah, I
angels,
see it.
the one that you saw, the angel came out of one of the holes. Like there was a shadow. If you go back to my video, I slowed it down. You can see the shadow emerge before the angel comes out.
Yes. Yes. I've seen it.
More activity. Oh, this was a surprise today. There were several, it looks like goddesses that showed up in the refraction. I took a screenshot of each. You could see some detail there. Yeah, it's a magical world. Like I tell people, what
Yes,
is waiting
it
on?
is.
Oh, there goes the bird. See? Oh. It's so hard. I didn't edit this one, meaning I didn't put it in this is in my iPhotos. So it doesn't have
It's not slowed down.
the slow down, the taking away of the brightness so we can actually see what we're looking at.
Yeah. But you guys, so if you are interested in learning more about this, make sure you go and follow Esau and watch his videos. Be warned that a lot of his videos will trigger some light codes, downloads. So if you're not interested in receiving those, maybe don't play with Esau.
And I put a disclaimer because my videos like God sent up somebody to send me a message. It was, don't be a bee with information, don't be a spider.
Yeah.
So I don't force information on people anymore.
Yeah.
I can post it, and those who already resonate with me, I can share the info. But I notice even those that are highly attuned, they only could take so much of my information.
Yeah.
And I notice people react after they get too much info from me. They start doing they start doing mannerisms like their head is starting to feel pressure.
Yeah.
So now I know how to back off. So I'm already
Yeah.
feeling that I've spoken too much. You can watch the video, go into depth, Heather, really study it. Because like I told Devin the other day, I was told it is time. And not from somebody else. Literally, it came through me.
Yeah.
It is time. And I said, wow. And I tried with my family, right, to like kind of like push them. And people started crashing out on me because I wanted the best for them. And God said, you messed up. Don't want nothing in life, even for family. Don't want nothing. Just be. And
Yeah,
watch
that's
magic
right.
happen.
We're beyond the time of enlightening others.
Yeah. I
exactly.
get full body chills. We have to allow people
We
to
have to
move
just stand
through
it.
their own journeys. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you for having me on.
Oh, Isa,
I'm
thank you for
vibrating
coming
from
up.
explaining because this is so real. And then yesterday I had Sekhmet visit me during meditation. I never seen her. I didn't know who she was. I meditate because I meditate with my eyes open, and certain things I do, I'm looking at the grass because God taught me how to read the code in grass. So they'll paint on the grass. They use the grass blades in the sun. The earth and the sun work to paint things for me or put words together. So I actually see it with my eyes open. People thought it was in my mind. No, I literally see it on the grass.
Yeah.
So yesterday, this cat comes out of the grass, and I'm looking at it, and it had these whiskers, like the face was like point, and they're like this cute cartoonish cat. And I'm like, hello, how are you? And I'm like, okay, that was different because it was 3D. Like my gift, because I can see those the past the veil, I can see the 3D in the spirits now.
I think
Yes,
that's
I experienced
amazing.
that when we were out of town.
Oh yeah, isn't it awesome?
Yeah. Except for I didn't realize what was going on, and I was like, these people are fucking with us. They got all this stuff set up in the yard trying to trick us.
But that's
Devin's
ego.
like, what?
I was like, there's nothing there.
Ego
And I
is
said-
in there.
Yeah, they're projecting it or something. She's like, there's nothing there. And I was like, and I was trying to video it, and then I was,
coming out of the trees, and I was like, I don't see it.
Ego is our best creation, our best guard, because it's not a bad thing. Once I learned that ego and the matrix weren't bad, the matrix actually literally started working for me. Like I'll leave you with one tip. When you're in a store and you think somebody's hovering you or you're being gang stalked, you're not being gang stalked. That's the magnetism. That's the Mary in you, right? Because there's two parts, right? The yin and the yang. When people magnetize to you, receive it. Say, oh man, look at these people. People looking at you. Say, hi, how are you? And mean it with love and friendly. And you'll realize they'll have tips for you. And that's from the Matrix.
And you know what's funny that you say that? As I feel that on the road, I feel people's cars magnetized towards me, and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
you gotta back up.
There you go.
Me
You're
too.
tapped in. You're
You
tapped
ever
in
notice
because
that people like when you're going by them, they get closer and closer to you.
so that's it. I had to pick I said, does my car look like a magnet? Because it was like both sides were coming like
Yes,
this.
ma'am.
yeah, no, receive it. Say, hey, I love you too. You don't have to get too close. Communicate with the feelings because I just got over my car darkness. There was
Well, it
something
was,
with me driving, the anxiety when people would come up behind me quick, certain things, because people almost crash in front of me every day. Like I drive and people always go like this in front of me. And my wife witnesses it. I said, you see, I'm breaking the matrix. The people around me have a hard time dealing with my energy, whether they're driving, whether they're right in front of me. So once I started embracing the matrix, 2 days ago, all of a sudden, I have no more fear in driving.
That's great.
I just go.
I don't look at the rear view anymore
Just
like
flow.
that.
Yeah.
Flow.
Yeah.
Just
And it
flow.
feels
It's like a
amazing.
river.
Floating.
Yeah.
Floating down the river.
Thank you again. And
I
remind
love
me to
it.
tell
Isa,
you-
you okay if you are on our podcast?
Oh no, I'm fine. I love. Listen,
Before we publish it, I just wanted to make sure it's all right with
It's
you.
so interesting though, while you're up here, just as ESO is, because a few years ago, I've been watching and filming the sunrise for, well, filming it for probably 6 or 7 years, but watching it for 30 years. And recently, within the past like 3 or 4 years, the lens flare of the sun became like a honeycomb. And so that's why it's so interesting to me to see this perspective that you just showed me.
oh yeah, I saw the honeycomb with my naked eye.
Yeah.
On TikTok, you see, that's why I tell people TikTok is a divine app.
I
Right?
love it.
What better way to end this storyline than with an app called TikTok and an awakening through TikTok? Think
Yeah.
about it. Think how
Amen.
poetic that is.
It's happening now. It is.
Beautiful.
I saw it because I brought these glasses on TikTok. They're the pinhole glasses that's like
Yeah.
viral right now. But when I used them, I was like, oh, this is cool. It trained me to be able to look into the sun.
Ah.
Right. And then once I started doing that, that's how then I started seeing the sun. It looks like a white disc to me that has like this magenta-ish ring around it on the side. Right. And then the other day I saw the honeycomb in the sun as it was going behind the trees.
I
was
wonder.
like, you know, like the cereal. You know the honeycomb cereal?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I know
just imagine
exactly.
it white and magenta.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Like a
That
giant honeycomb. Like a giant honeycomb cereal.
Nom nom. We love the sun.
Yeah.
There's been times when I've seen two in the sky.
Two sun.
The what?
I've seen two.
Oh, I was seeing pictures today where there was another protrusion behind the sun that was like maybe a size smaller, but like another sun. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this?
I don't know. And then I almost see, like in your video, it's like that emerald color is very familiar to my soul for some reason.
Yeah, that's the heart. That's our heart center, that green. You know, because I think the sun is almost like what God showed me is like a solar induction device, but at the same time, it's a spiritual thing. So on multi dimensions, it has. That's why we see so many faces in the sky. Like when you look at a cloud, is because that's all dimensions and storylines, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all stacked like totem poles all around us. Like
Yeah.
all the frequencies all around us.
They
So
really are.
when we
Yep.
gain
Lots
our
of faces
abilities, when
today.
we gain our abilities, we'll be able to, I think, slipstream into whatever thought patterns we want to explore and chill.
Yeah.
That's
Where
what
do
we're
you watch
heading.
where are you looking at the sun from? What part of the world? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to.
Oh, I'm in Riverview. I post where I'm at. There is no. Listen, I am as transparent as it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I am not here for cash because I am the cash. I am the abundance. I don't have to worry about things like that. People, I can't wait till people get to this level where you literally know that money is an illusion and everything is just built for you because it is you.
Yeah. It's a frequency. You have to be it, right?
Yeah, you have to embody it. You have to embody it. And that's why the divine feminine is more of the invisible representation of the one, right? Because you have to embody it completely,
Yeah.
you know? Well, again, thank you for having me.
Thank
So
you.
where do you live, Isa?
Oh, Riverview, Florida?
Oh, Florida. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
just south of Tampa.
So we're all on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity down here.
I know there is. Yeah.
There were two orbs that were down here one day. I missed them, unfortunately.
Oh.
But they were being chased by two helicopters. They were chasing them and somebody took video of it. I was like, you see? Like, we're on the map.
Heather sees the orbs a lot.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a whole list on mine of it's called unidentified and it's got all the
But remember, it's multi-dimensional, timelines, and then storylines.
Yeah.
So when you taking photos or video with your phone, remember the in-betweens and the focus are actual places that you could see things.
I should try and look at
People
the
don't think like that. They're like, wait a
evaluate
minute,
what
I
it
need
is.
my photo in focus. No, you don't. Half of my photos are in different focal lengths, and I'm capturing a bird, and the sun is completely out of focus. How is that?
I never thought of it that way. Thank you.
Yes, that's the way.
our phones
learn.
allow us to see things amazing
Yeah.
amazing Like, remember what all the things walking in on the when we went to see the Northern Lights, Seven,
Yes. Yes.
that we could see it on the.
Yeah, the people running, well, the beings running across.
I would love to
Yeah.
see that.
Oh, you got to check it. It's on Heather's.
Yeah,
You
I've seen them.
see
I'm
it's like
saying
an
with
army.
my eyes.
Beings.
I want to see them with the peepers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she slows it down. You can see them. It's crazy.
It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful moment.
Wow,
It's
it
a
is
great
beautiful
time to be alive.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for.
Look, we're like, you can't go. You gotta stay. I'm gonna ask you
No,
another.
no. This information is for those that are ready.
Yeah,
If
go.
you're ready, we are here.
That's right.
You know, and you have to be malleable because there's things I'm gonna say and things I'm gonna show that people are gonna be like, what's going on?
Like I was just like, oh, like that. Okay, I didn't think about it that way. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's what it is to be malleable, right? Like all these stories in the Bible, they were guides to show us how to be this type of being.
Yes.
Right? We had to like kind of like I realized when I was a kid, I used to collect a lot of junk. I used to have a box of just junk because I would make things from them. It'd be pieces of plastic, strings, a piece of metal. And yesterday, God was like, you went through that journey and collected junk throughout your life because you needed to know what many things look like. Because when it came to be the hour, when it came time to set eyes on the reality, you needed to know what things look like and have a collection of a database in my soul of every kind of nook and knickknack in existence. Think about that, like how in-depth Source is.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's mind-blowing,
It
mind-numbing,
is.
mind-liquefying.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go take a nap now.
Yeah, me too. Me
I'm
too.
just kidding.
No,
That's
but I do. I literally do. Today I got so much information. I need to pipe
let
down.
it rest, let it settle in. Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you again.
Oh, Iso, thank you so much for taking.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming up.
Namaskaram. Have a good night.
Thank you. Namaste.
I'm gonna check out his stuff.
Oh, he's awesome. He's great.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. He came into my live and was like, look at this. And I was like, oh yeah, I see it. And then he sent me these videos that he made. And I'm telling you, when I watched his videos, I can feel the energy. Like the one day I got, like he was saying, you get that pressure in between your ears. That's energy upgrades.
Yeah.
So just flow through it. Don't fight
Well-
it. It's, you know, if you're ready for it, it'll take.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was amazing.
I know. I love finding people like him that are paying attention to the sun.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but he's also here to help humanity to
Yeah.
see, right?
How many times have
By teaching himself how to see
yeah?
better as well. So it's beautiful. I love it.
How many times you say something to somebody about something that's going on in the sky and they go,
What?
"What?"
Yeah, you're crazy.
I'm so glad though. That's what I'm saying. It's just like that. I'm so glad that. Well, I'm crazy, but I'm so glad I'm not the only
Right.
one
No,
who
that's what
is
other people
considered
say to
crazy.
us. Yeah, that's what other people say to us is what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's okay.
but it had me by the throat chakra for a long time.
Yeah, of course.
Not
Yeah.
anymore because why?
Yeah, because it don't.
Nothing's changed. It's like this. I was born this way.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Don't grab my throat chakra. The hell is wrong with you? Oh,
Love it.
let me loose. Anyway, wow,
I love it. That was cool.
that was cool.
That was divine timing, as usual.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. So, what else we got?
And I know it's got me thinking about this. This is a multi-dimensional system,
Mm-hmm.
but the other sun just got me thinking about that. I wish I could capture it the way that I capture the sun. I'm not so sure they don't switch places too. Like the other day, remember there was no honeycomb in my lens flare,
Yeah.
and the sun was like that, like the one we drew when we were little.
Yeah. Maybe that is just a frequency shift.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it is. So I just got my puzzle, like they
I
have.
got my puzzle. What was yours? It's
It
weird.
was a stag. Mine was like a circle, and you had to slide it until the two pictures matched in the circle. So now I'm looking up spiritual significance of the stag.
Of the who?
Of the stag.
Oh, a stag. What's a stag?
Big buck.
Oh,
Strength and resilience, renewal and growth, connection to nature, wisdom and intuition, and leadership.
that's good.
Whoop whoop.
That's a powerful puzzle you got there, Devin.
Yes, I'm always looking into shit. Well, that was fascinating. I'm glad that ESO came up.
And I just looked down at my original note, and one of the things on here was in 2018, scientists launched balloons to find cosmic rays in Antarctica. They did this. And instead, they found neutrinos coming from 2 miles below the ice. They were expecting these to be coming in.
From above, not from below.
Right. Correct.
So back to that, what do you think is underneath Antarctica? We know that there's an ice wall, right?
Yeah, I think that that's what Antarctica is.
Is the ice wall. And
Remember that picture we saw that I showed you that was taken in 1972 by a balloon that was sent up with a satellite, and it had the big opening in the middle?
the black hole
Yeah.
for Black Rock.
I'm mind blown. Okay. We know that that the time is a construct that is made up. It's all happening simultaneously.
Yeah. At the same time. Everything is right now.
Everything. Yep. Therefore, it makes, and this is a shift in the paradigm of, it makes my investigative journeys a little more complex.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
it does. And it makes time travel a little more complex too. Because it really wouldn't be time travel, right? It would just be timeline shifting.
All this time, I've been jumping back here and there and everywhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is how I communicate with the other side. I'm not speaking to a ghost.
Right.
I'm tapping into the information layers of
It's just energy.
energy, yeah.
Oh, so much to think about.
And the other thing is, it's like when we're doing a podcast and you and I are talking like this, like telepathically, they can't hear us.
Um,
We-
oh, wait, we got to say it out loud. Well, you always do a fantastic job editing it.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you too.
All right. Thank you all for coming in and tuning in for the filming of this week's Magnetic Beings, the podcast. We love each and every one of you. We appreciate you bringing your beautiful hearts into this space and hanging out with us.
Yep. Love you.
Love you.